of us are feeling the high cost of electricity and gas, but for manufacturers like Orica, who've been talking about this, last year as well, they're saying their prices have gone up, electricity threefold over the last 10 years and gas even more. They produce explosives and fertilisers, which are really crucial for mining and agriculture. So they're heavy users. It's gone up, it's affected their company quite a lot. And the thing I think to realise about this story is it's not just a gas for energy, for electricity, right? Those kinds of companies use gas to produce the fertilisers. They split all the atoms apart and they put them all back together and they make urea and nitrate fertiliser, which is crucial for agriculture. And they also make those things like the explosives for the mining industry. So you can't just replace the gas in those situations with renewable energy, which everyone's talking about.
So what is the solution?
Well, I spoke to another company in the food manufacturing sector. They use a lot of gas and electricity as well, and they are hurting. The whole food manufacturing generally in Australia is hurting because of this constantly increasing costs for inputs. And Heatherbray, they produce those tasty biscuits that you and I have been eating since 1941. They're a Melbourne-based factory, and they have put renewables on their roof. And so that's made quite a difference. It's cut their energy costs by 25%, could cut their bill from $300,000 to $200,000 a year. So renewables are pretty handy, but they won't work everywhere. And this idea of a gas reservation scheme is one that's been talked about for a long time. And we have one on the Western Australian coast. We could do it on the East Coast, but there's not a lot of government will to do that. The government has twiddled around the edges a little bit and said to the major cartel of people that are producing gas particularly, you need to reserve a little bit under the Code of Conduct, and that appears to be working. But the ACCC just put out their report last Friday that said it's helping a little bit, but it won't kick in for another couple of years. And in the meantime, gas costs and electricity costs will remain very high.
So what's the opposition saying?
The opposition is saying that the government has failed. They're obviously touting a nuclear option, and so energy of all kinds is a very hot political potato in the lead up to the election. I think the bottom line here is that whether you want to go for a gas reservation scheme, I'm not sure if the opposition are pushing that. They want to go to the nuclear. So I don't think it's clear what the solution will be. It might be that the government's policies will work in a few years' time, or if the coalition gains power, we'll see nuclear energy.